When Courtney Hadwin stepped onto the stage at just 13 years old, she didn't just perform, she made the world pause. Her audition wasn't simply impressive, it was electrifying, shaking the very notion of what a young performer could accomplish. From the first note, her raw, powerful voice captured the attention of everyone in the room. But it wasn't just the sound. It was the emotion, the authenticity, and the sheer presence she carried. Even seasoned professionals were visibly moved, sensing something rare and extraordinary. In that moment, Courtney didn't feel like a contestant, she felt like a revelation. Viewers instantly recognized that they were witnessing the emergence of a singular talent. Her energy, confidence, and fearless delivery created a performance that would be remembered for years, spreading rapidly online and making her name synonymous with courage and artistic brilliance. A global sensation, love, and instant fame. Courtney's audition ignited reactions far beyond her hometown. The performance resonated worldwide, with viewers marveling at the intensity and emotion she brought to the stage. Social media erupted with praise, and millions of people quickly became familiar with her name. What made her performance so captivating was the authenticity she exuded. She didn't mimic popular singers or follow trends. She sang as though the music came from her very soul. People weren't just impressed, they were inspired. But with instant fame came an enormous burden. While many celebrated her talent, others felt entitled to judge harshly. A 13-year-old suddenly found herself navigating the tension of millions, balancing admiration with scrutiny, and experiencing the complexities of public life far earlier than most. The internet had amplified her brilliance and also the pressure that came with it. Simon Cowell, recognizing a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Among those watching, one judge was profoundly affected. Simon Cowell, known for his critical eye and ability to spot remarkable talent, saw something in Courtney that went beyond mere skill. Her voice, her presence, and her energy reminded him of the rare performers who come along only once in a generation. Unlike typical auditions, this one touched him deeply. He wasn't just impressed, he felt a responsibility to support her potential. His reaction was more than praise. It was awe. Simon understood that her talent had the power to change the industry and that nurturing it would require care and guidance. For him, this was more than a competition. It was witnessing a young artist at the very start of a journey that could transform both her life and the music world. The backlash begins. Yet the same spotlight that brought admiration also attracted criticism. As Courtney's performance spread online, a wave of negative reactions emerged. Some viewers said she was too intense or didn't fit their expectations of a young singer. Others claimed she was fake or attention-seeking. This criticism wasn't confined to the internet. It followed her into daily life. At school, peers teased and stared, treating her like a public figure rather than a girl living her teenage life. Even her family felt the strain, struggling to shield her from the negativity. The intense scrutiny transformed her world overnight. The fame that had once uplifted her was now casting shadows, and Courtney began experiencing firsthand the dangerous flip side of viral recognition, where admiration and cruelty exist in equal measure. The dark side of viral fame. For a young teenager, online hate can be profoundly damaging. In Courtney's case, it escalated beyond typical criticism, with some viewers sending threatening messages. This level of harassment was terrifying, turning her achievements into a source of anxiety. She had not sought this attention, yet it became unavoidable. The constant barrage of negativity infiltrated her sense of self, making her question her talent and even her safety. Her parents tried to support her, but no reassurance could completely mitigate the emotional strain. The very voice that had brought her acclaim now became associated with fear. The sudden exposure highlighted the dangers of instant fame, especially for young performers unprepared for the intensity of public scrutiny, and revealed how easily admiration can transform into a source of trauma. The toll on mental health. As criticism intensified, Courtney began to retreat from the world around her. She stopped engaging on social media and withdrew from the public eye. The pressure transformed from an external challenge into a deeply personal struggle. Performing, once a source of joy, now felt like a burden. She began fearing her own voice, the very tool that had brought her fame. Thoughts of self-harm surfaced in the form of anxiety over damaging her vocal cords, revealing the severity of her mental strain. The teenage performer who had once radiated confidence now lived in fear. The combination of public judgment and internalized pressure created a profound struggle, demonstrating the hidden costs of fame for young artists whose talents can be exploited, celebrated, and criticized simultaneously. Simon Cowell's Heartbreak. Watching Courtney struggle had a significant emotional impact on Simon Cowell. He had seen a once-in-a-lifetime talent and believed deeply in her potential. Seeing her retreat from music due to online cruelty was devastating. Simon understood the fragility of young artists in the spotlight, and her withdrawal represented not only a personal loss, but the threat of a rare voice fading from the world. His heartbreak reflected a broader concern: the vulnerability of young talent exposed to the harsh realities of public attention. It was a reminder that fame can be as destructive as it is elevating, and that protecting extraordinary performers often requires more than professional guidance. It requires empathy and care. The turning point: healing and reflection. After stepping away from the spotlight, Courtney began a slow, deliberate process of healing. She chose to focus on the positive reactions that had supported her journey rather than the negativity that had consumed her. Over time, she realized she didn't need external validation to define her worth. This internal shift allowed her to regain confidence, not as a child star, but as a young woman reclaiming her identity. Courtney began prioritizing mental health, setting boundaries, and reclaiming her love for music. By refusing to let the internet dictate her emotions, she transformed fear into empowerment. This turning point was crucial. It demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity and a refusal to allow public judgment to overshadow personal growth. Reclaiming her artistic voice. Even after recovery, the music industry posed challenges. Courtney's unique style didn't align with conventional pop standards, and industry pressures attempted to mold her into something she wasn't. She found herself in writing sessions that felt artificial and misaligned with her vision. That began to change when she connected with producer Kevin Bowe. With his guidance, she started crafting deeply personal songs that reflected her authentic voice. This creative liberation transformed her approach to music, allowing her to express herself fully. For the first time, she was in control, not just as a performer, but as an artist. This period of rediscovery highlighted the importance of creative freedom and the ability to resist industry pressures in order to maintain authenticity. The independent comeback. In 2023, Courtney emerged with renewed determination, choosing to go independent and fully embrace creative control. Her first independent release, Breakable, signaled a new chapter, one defined by artistic authenticity and personal expression. The song showcased her growth, blending elements of jazz, rock, and soulful pop. Her follow-up, that Leave Here, reaffirmed her commitment to remaining true to herself, both musically and personally. No longer defined by public scrutiny, she demonstrated maturity and confidence. Cries. The fans responded enthusiastically, drawn to her honesty and strength. Courtney's independent path emphasized the importance of ownership in her career, allowing her to develop a distinct musical identity and establish a connection with listeners that went beyond the fleeting nature of viral fame, live performances, and tours. Courtney's return wasn't limited to recording studios. She began performing live, reclaiming the stage with renewed confidence and skill. In April 2024, she performed at the prestigious Clive Davis Gala at Carnegie Hall, a milestone signaling recognition within the industry. She also returned to intimate venues in the UK, reconnecting with fans who had supported her from the start. By 2025, she announced a UK headline tour, bringing her music to cities such as London, Birmingham, and Manchester. These performances weren't merely concerts, they were statements. Courtney had emerged stronger, ready to define her career on her own terms, and capable of captivating audiences not through viral fame alone, but through the authentic power of her artistry. A new era, strength, and authenticity. Courtney Hadwin's journey is a testament to resilience, creativity, and the courage to reclaim control. She experienced the thrill of instant fame, the sting of online cruelty, and the challenges of the music industry. Yet, she emerged not broken, but empowered. By prioritizing mental health, embracing independence, and finding her authentic voice, she transformed her early struggles into strength. Her artistry now reflects both personal experience and creative maturity. No longer a child in the public eye, Courtney defines herself by her talent, vision, and courage. Fans and industry figures alike recognize that she is not simply a performer. She is a true artist, ready to leave an enduring mark on music on her own terms. Conclusion: courage.